Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to discuss the continued market nuke. We're going to talk about AI's threat to SaaS companies and how long this bear market could potentially last. GM, it's been a tough day out there. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today as we navigate through these choppy markets. If you're listening over on X, on Twitter, give us a like, comment, bookmark, retweet, push us out there in the algorithm. If you're listening over on YouTube, drop a comment. We'll be reading them throughout the show. Let us know what you're trading, what you are selling, what you're buying, how you are feeling. If you're listening over on Zora, give us a like. Drop a comment. We'll be reading these as well. I saw Bo Puppo in the comments on Zora yesterday. GM, easy joining me today.
How you doing? What is going on, my friend? I'm good. How are you?
I'm really glad you got this blue on baby blue memo, and we kind of synced here.
Yep. Saw your text.
Yeah, so we got a nice little blue shirt today. Blue in the face of blue markets. Damn, Bitcoin under 70K.
Yeah, it's rough.
This soon? Like, this is crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm surprised at how badly it's been selling off. This is nuts. Like, this is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've been kind of saying, like, hey, like, we've been in a bear market for altcoins for a bit now, but, like, this Bitcoin chart is just falling off an absolute cliff here. Fell below key levels that we were looking at. Maybe we said the bottom is here at 74. Blew right by that this week. Next level at what, 67? I don't even know where we're going there. On X, Michael Burry made a post basically comparing this to like the last leg before the final dump of last bear market. And I was looking at that chart and I kind of extrapolated where we are in the cycle now. And if we see the same like magnitude of drop down that he's talking about, saying like, hey, like this is where we are. We're here. We're like 2020, late 2021, early 2022. If that is the case in this scenario, then it was another like 245 days and another 38% down to the bottom. So that would put us into October at a price point like 44, 45K, which would be pretty gnarly in my opinion. Do you think it ends up being that bad easy, or do you think we see some relief beforehand?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we definitely see some relief before, I hope. Right? Like, I hope. That's the really tough question, though. I don't know. I hope. I really hope. Yeah. I hope we don't go down that fast, that quickly, that aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, I have a line drawn here at basically 50K, which acted as support on the down wick in August of 24. That would be like Pico Smiko bottom, in my opinion, where I'd be like, okay, well now, like I want a full port cash into Bitcoin. What concerns me is like there's still a lot of overhang from like DATs, and I think the lower Bitcoin goes, like there could be like a mini death spiral. So I'm really concerned here on the short term on Bitcoin. This is a very bad dump. I'm not selling my Bitcoin here. I am nibbling. I started up a DCA, and we'll kind of see where we go from here. I said if we get below 70K, I was saying this at 100. I was saying this at 90. If we get below 70K, I'm going to start DCAing into Bitcoin. So anytime we're under 70K, I'll have a buy set up that day to nibble a little bit. I'm not going to catch the absolute bottom, but I do want to catch some of this potential value because where we're sitting now, Bitcoin with its all-time high at 125, you're almost like at a 2x on whatever size you want. So I'm going to take that opportunity. If it's given to me, I have faith in Bitcoin and crypto long-term. So I will take this opportunity as a buying opportunity, not as a time to get upset at the market.
How's Hyperliquid holding up? I really have not even looked.
Good, really well. I posted the chart today. I was looking at the hype Bitcoin chart. Look at this chart.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this thing is going absolutely parabolic. It makes me like think about like rotating back, hype into Bitcoin as like the two like positions in my portfolio like get closer. I'm like, okay, well maybe it's time to roll from hype into Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm with you. No future photographers saying I'm mostly stable then in hype. Yeah, I'm kind of the same right now. So that's kind of like my thought process. Hype in general, I mean, it hasn't been affected by this downturn as bad. It's actually up over like, since mid-January, which I don't think many, if any, tokens can say. Bounced off a $20 low, up over 50% since mid-January, on an incredible rally. Market volatility is good for perp dexes, as long as people still have money to trade, though. So we keep seeing liquidation numbers mount and mount. That's good for revenue. That's good for HLP holders. Good for the protocol, but eventually you run out of liquid capital in the markets, and then I think you see on-chain stuff like Hyperliquid potentially struggle. So one I'll be watching. This is a bag I'm holding. I'm up on. I actually swapped back. I wanted to make a note of that from Kinetic Hype back into Hyperliquid. We did a little pre-2026 swap to lock in some small losses on Hyperliquid towards 2025, and now we're back from Kinetic Hype into Hype proper, just to avoid any kind of execution risk. Any sort of DeFi right now, I'm a little nervous about. Any position I have where I'm LPing or staking, I'm nervous about, because down markets can trigger liquidations, can trigger potential insolvencies. So I'm more concerned about any sort of protocol risk right now than I have been in the past. So I'm not taking chances on crypto yield right now. I want to be stables. I want to be majors. I want to be Hyperliquid. And then I have a bag that I'm just trading AI stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious. Are you still trading AI stuff? It feels like that meta, like the Moltbook stuff, has somewhat run its course.
I bought a ton of Moltbook yesterday, and I'm down like almost 30% right now. I still think it comes back. I think that AI and crypto is here this cycle, and I think that we're gonna see some interesting stuff. I made some swing trades yesterday on some random stuff. I pay attention to the banker bot and like what's being deployed. There was some like Clawstein Island thing that was funny yesterday that I hit a quick trade on. But like anything that like could get picked up, I'll do like some base swing trades. But I haven't done a ton there. Like Moltbook was a big buy. I still have faith there, but not looking good so far, as everything else decided to nuke yesterday. Basically, as soon as I pressed that buy button, Bitcoin started its 7.5 point drawdown. That being said, easy. I shot over the call sheet in the private chat here. Why don't we jump over there, and then we'll kind of get into some of the stories of the day.
Let's get into it. It is February 5th. The majors nuked with Bitcoin down to 69,000. My God. Ethereum at 2,100. Solana below 90 and Hype at $32. Over the past 24 hours, crypto fear and greed hit 11, marking a level of extreme fear only seen once in the last 3 years. This comes as the total market cap has fallen almost 50% from October highs. Next up, Kyle Samani from Multicoin Capital has announced he is stepping back from his role there and will continue to serve on the board of Zama and maintain his role as chairman of Solana Digital Asset Treasury Forward Industries. Finally, the bear market is even getting to stablecoins, as Tether pulled back from 20 billion funding targets, even as USDT's market cap hit 187 billion. This comes as Tether co-founder Brock Pierce was included in the Epstein files. Talk about a bad thing to wake up to. Oof. Back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always. Easy. Kyle Samani, Samani, gone from Multicoin Capital. This was the investment firm where he basically started, and from here he took a position at Forward Industries, the Solana Digital Asset Treasury. Maybe just maintaining focus there. Not a great news story to see with Solana down under $90 now. The only thing hit worse over the last week has been Ethereum. Bitcoin's down 21%, Solana's down 27%, Ethereum down almost 30% over the last 7 days. Do you make anything of this Kyle Samani news? You think we're seeing like an exodus of founders in the space?
I mean, it seems it, right? Like we're seeing a lot of people go over to the AI side of things. A lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that you can say about people in crypto is that they're very smart, they are very early, and they're willing to take risks. And I think right now, the place where there's opportunity for people who are smart, and I think a risky opportunity, I think, is in AI. And I think that you're seeing these people who are like, okay, crypto is the next coming trend. Let me jump there. I think they're seeing AI, though it isn't necessarily early in the AI scene, but I think it's early on the grand scheme of like what AI can do. I think we're seeing some people move towards AI. Kyle Samani, I don't know if he's doing much in the AI space, but I am seeing more and more people gravitate more and more towards AI on the timeline. I mean, including us. We're talking about AI almost every day now. We're integrating it into our workflows. We're doing stuff with AI that's interesting. We're trying to find intersections of AI and crypto that make sense. So, I mean, I think it's something that kind of you're going to see a lot of crypto evolve into. And I think that you're going to see like a merge of these two things. And that's kind of what I was saying when I was still trading AI tokens, and I'm still bullish on AI tokens. We had multiple different like reports and kind of like bullish AI narratives pop up over the last 24, 48 hours. Circle CEO Jeremy Hilaire basically saying the agentic economy needs an economic operating system. It's coming alive on ARC, and ARC is, for those who aren't aware, Circle's blockchain. So he's very focused. Circle's very aware of the AI landscape. And secondly, A16Z Crypto released an article titled "AI Needs Blockchains, Especially Now." I'm talking about the different needs for AI impersonation, decentralized proof of identity, universal passports for agents, payments at machine scale, and then privacy across AI systems. So this is a good read from A16Z. We've got Kicks in the back room. I don't know if he wants to come on stage or not. I don't know if after the Moltbook trade we took, he had to sell his camera to jump on here. But I just invited Kicks up. How you doing, bud?
What's up, dude? All I got to say is Kyle Salami better be getting his ass over to Open Door and get this stock turning around, because it's not good.
What's is Open Door down bad too?
It's like for the fucking $4, dude.
Is it really at $4? Yeah. Oh God, damn,
Jesus!
Down pre-market to 472, closed at $5. We drew a little breakout wedge here, and we broke out for sure, just not in the direction you're hoping to break out in.
I traded this perfectly, dude, and then I got sucked back in.
Pio got you. He nabbed you. He said, "You're a trader."
Now I'm a long-term investor.
You're a community member. Number one Open Door community member.
That's what's funny. Like everyone's like freaking out about crypto like dumping right now. And it's like, trust me, guys, if you took all your money out at the top, there was a lot of fucking ways you could have lost it. Just the same, dude. You could have fucking threw that all into Robinhood, down 30%. You could have thrown it into fucking a SaaS company, down 30%. You know, you could have bought the fucking top of silver 2 weeks ago, down 30%. I mean, what I'm trying to understand is that there's something bigger happening here. Like you can't just hyper fixate on what's happening in crypto, right? Because you see crypto melting down. You see a lot of software companies melting down. And then you also see gold and silver melting down. all at the same time. These are not correlated things. The only thing that's pumping right now is value stocks.
What worries me is looking at this S&P chart, and we haven't had like a true like crash. What happens to crypto if this thing draws down like we did with tariffs and hits 5,700?
Well, the thing is, crypto is usually the first asset to go. So meaning that by the time the S&P starts rolling over, there's only so much blood left in the thing to squeeze out.
So we looked at like Feb 20 to mid-April for the S&P. So Feb 20 on Bitcoin last year. Where are we at? I mean, we had some squeeze out after that. We went from 96 all the way down to 74.
Well, Jerome Powell's late again. Disastrous jobs report. Bunch of fucking layoffs.
Was it? I saw the layoffs. Jobs report meets expectations, though, right? Or like bullish?
No, job report, that is all fake. If people actually understand, do you know how the job report actually works? So
they mix up a couple numbers and they put them here and they figure it out.
Dude, they have what's called like a birth death model. And they just assume that like new companies are being made and creating jobs. It's complete fantasy. What's like actually real is like what you read in the fucking headlines where it's like, oh, UPS laying off 30,000 employees.
Right.
Ask anybody trying to get a job right now. Job market is not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I saw the job report come out, but earlier in the day, like you said, I saw the January layoffs hit it's like the 17-year high. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what you're referring to.
Yeah. So like the job report or like the whatever the, unemployment, that shit's fucking made up in the sense of like they're like assuming that 60,000 jobs was created by startups during the same period. Like it's just like a model. It's not like they actually asked the startups and they were like, we hired 60,000 people. Yeah. So, I mean, U.S. employers announced 100,000 jobs out the fucking door in January. That's a lot. So we're seeing layoffs, pullbacks. But yeah, there's something weird about like what's happening with like gold. You would think gold and silver would be not dumping while software companies are dumping. It's almost like
not trading like meme coins where silver just like snip snap every day, up 14%, down 26%, down 15%, up 10%. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, silver's probably just leveraged gold at this point. So, I mean, any move in the gold market, you're going to see something similar on silver. The gold, I mean, even dropped 9%, followed by.
I heard there's a Chinese billionaire that's been short a shit ton of silver since the end of January.
Is this the same one that like basically announced that it was like the classic pump and dump? Because they were saying like China was going to like restrict export of silver.
Yeah, well, it's also like they're increasing the margin requirements to trade futures. And so they're like squashing leverage as this is going up. And some people say it's because there's no silver. Like you open up the coffers and it's like time to deliver the silver that I own contracts of. And they're like, bummer, man. You should have came a week ago. There's no more silver left here. Sorry, dude. This is all paper.
Oh, man. So that would mean gold would be more attractive. But I find it hard to buy gold at these levels. I mean, when have you ever bought a chart that looks like this and made money?
I would be more sitting on my hands right now and waiting. One thing I've learned in my old age, I'm really old now. I'm 36 years old. If I could tell my younger self one thing, it's you got to be patient when these things are bleeding out. Like generally, and I did this to myself in 2022. Dude, I got sucked in. I bought a shit ton of options. I want to say it was in the summer of 2022, and we had this big rally. Dude, I was up 150 grand on call options. Didn't sell it. A month and a half later, I'm down $75,000. So $250,000 swing. And it was because I just, I was 3 months too early on ticking the bottom. So I'm going to be patient, but I think there's going to be a lot of stuff. I don't believe this narrative that AI is just going to eat all of these software companies. Maybe some of them, but not all of them. There's going to be my point being, there's going to be a lot of good buying opportunities over the next month, over the next 2 months. And I think being patient and thinking about the companies you want to get into, that's probably the best use of capital instead of just trying to like knife into things.
Yeah, I was watching a video. Jensen Huang, CEO NVIDIA, was talking about like the SaaS like exodus with AI, and basically comparing AI to just software, like describing software as like a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver. AI isn't going to go out there and build a screwdriver when it needs to screw something in. It's just going to pick up a screwdriver and use it. So I think that a lot of these SaaS companies, especially ones that aren't like that have some sort of moat and some sort of like hardness to their product and trust, may actually benefit from an explosion of AI growth, where now you have a rapidly expanding customer base of AI agents who are looking to use your tools to accomplish
100%. And you probably need less employees because you're more efficient with AI. So your whole business model, for example, like DocuSign. Think about DocuSign. I never bought DocuSign because I thought it was kind of dumb that it was worth as much as it is. But just think about what DocuSign does, right? It allows people to like sign documents securely online. You think some vibe coded ass shit coming out, like people are going to be like, cool, I'm buying a house. Oh yeah, I didn't want to pay for the DocuSign subscription, so I open clawed us a signature thing. No one's fucking doing that. Would that even stand up in court? I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like,
so let's play. Let's do.
I would not say buy a DocuSign, by the way.
Yeah, let's do like a live brainstorm of like, let's look at some companies that have pulled back. Maybe the best place to look would be like top assets by market cap, and kind of go through this list and figure out like who is like positioned well for AI. That could be like down significantly over the last,
oh yeah, yours is way better because all mine are in Mexican dollars because I'm on my VPN.
Let's see here. Software. Oracle down 5%.
I don't know anything about that company. Let's keep scrolling. Let's get a little bit more into like the mid caps.
Yeah. Netflix
Good.
Yeah, I don't think Netflix gets replaced by AI. I think Netflix gets augmented by AI.
It gets improved by AI. More content can be created cheaper. It's the distribution layer.
Yep. We talked about Roblox yesterday.
Distribution layers. The distribution layers benefit from AI.
Continuing to scroll here. Intel kind of falls under the chipset.
I don't know. They're a boomer ass motherfucking company, right?
Yeah.
The hell wants to buy Intel? I'm not 90 years old.
I've ran out of companies. I mean,
right, we need a better list. We need a list of like software companies by market cap.
Yeah, let's look at find that.
Or tech companies by market cap. Microsoft getting pummeled again today. You know what someone said, which was actually so funny. Is they're like Tim Cook and Apple fumbled AI so bad that now they're not dumping because they have no AI. They have no CapEx into AI. They're not spent like, so they somehow just like, it's like the meme where the guy's smiling, from the boys or whatever, he's like, they thought they fucked up so bad. They're like, we're so behind on AI and now their stock's pumping to all-time highs because they don't have AI.
Right. They're not competing with like everybody else. They're just leveraging the products to make. Yeah. That's what I say. Like anyone who is like a lot of these companies who are like startup, don't have product market fit, aren't established, don't have moats. Like all the work they've done in the last like couple of years is kind of like erased or like made like
Dude,
belittled.
Facebook's capex into AI is like $100 billion. Have you met a single person that's used Facebook AI?
No. Adobe,
No.
that's another good one, right?
Yeah, Adobe's interesting.
Adobe, like
I'm down bad on Adobe.
all kinds of documents. You're gonna have Photoshop, things like that. I think that could increase the leverage of AI, but though the Photoshop, might
Exactly
be hurt. Like
that's a tricky one.
Yeah, because
that's a tricky one because there's a lot of startups like Midjourney and stuff like that eating their lunch.
Mm-hmm.
CrowdStrike. I don't know what they do. They do. CrowdStrike does like cybersecurity. That probably gets more important with a bunch of AI vibe coding shit.
Yeah, and I think that it's not included in a lot of workflows now, and I think maybe some of these companies, it makes sense that they kind of like include it in their offerings. I don't know much about CrowdStrike, but just having like easy to use scanners that like show, weaknesses in AI. Like, hey, here's your AI vibe coded app. Here's how vulnerable it is to prompt injection.
Wirehead X says, did Apple fumble or were they patient? Wow, deep question. I think it's Google and Apple that comes out of all of this better. I think that's a good take, Wirehead.
Tim Cook listening live under his Wirehead alt. All right,
Google is very well positioned.
Cloudflare feels fine.
Cloudflare feels fine.
Let's see here.
MicroStrategy
starting pretty badly.
Ouchie.
I think they're
down. Hey, remember like 2 or 3 months ago, I said, I'm pretty sure MicroStrategy at $300. And I was like, this looks like a fucking good short. Did I do it? No. Also, remember when I said Carvana is a good short?
Remember when I said MicroStrategy is a good long at $560? I bought it.
Dude, the hubris of some of us, dude. It's so funny, dude. I go through the same fucking cycle again. You know what I mean? When it's like, why didn't I buy Robinhood at $40? It's at $120. It could still keep going.
I kept saying that. Like I kept saying on the show, I think there were times that I was going to be buying MicroStrategy anywhere in this area, or not MicroStrategy, sorry, Robinhood anywhere in this area, and I was just like either like inconvenienced or like I wasn't at a computer or like I didn't log in or like I got distracted. There were multiple times where like I was leaving the show being like, all right, today's the day I'm buying Robinhood, and like thankfully I didn't. But this is on the list of things that I'm going to target. Like AI is not going to.
Yeah, now the stock looks like trash. Like this looks like the worst company of all time, doesn't it?
I'm getting greedy.
I'm just going to vibe code a Robinhood where you have an AI agent that's your portfolio manager.
Well, you can have an AI agent that's your portfolio manager, but you need a trade. So like, is everything going to be moving on chain and like Robinhood just not relevant?
Hyperliquid.
I know, but like, I feel like there's always going to be that layer of.
Name one person that trades on Robinhood.
All of my friends.
Yeah, me too.
So like, what I'm saying is like, this feels like a pullback that's like wild. Like AI is not going to eat Robinhood's lunch. If anything, AI is going to be like another boon to Robinhood. There's going to be an explosion of different startups, IPOs, companies that are integrating AI, like seeing massive jumps in valuation over.
That's what we really need. Is we need the ability to invest in private startups.
I could see. I mean, there's going to be tokenized investment in private startups. I'm absolutely sure of it. I think it's going to be tradable on the blockchain, and if it's tradable on the blockchain, it's going to be tradable on Robinhood.
My ROI as a seed investor is not good, but maybe I can turn things around.
Oh man, this time it will work out.
Wirehead said if we hit a bottom on coin, probably becomes a buy. I read something about Coinbase because Brian Armstrong's creating a longevity startup. They said whenever the founder of a company creates a longevity startup, it means the company's cooked.
Is that true? How many?
I don't know if it's true or not. I just thought it was funny.
How many longevity startups are there?
Too many. And all these people, I don't know. Death is the cycle of life. If you don't die, you don't create room for the next people. We'll go back to that list. I got it. So I got Cloudflare. What am I missing? I got Cloudflare, CrowdStrike, Hood.
We talked about maybe Adobe questionable.
I don't like that anymore.
We talked about first. We talked about something first. It was going to be used more, not less. At the start of this, it was DocuSign.
Yeah, I just don't like it because it's just a weird fucking company. Twilio. Easy was talking about Twilio.
Well, no, he was talking. He said Twilio, but he meant something else. Easy. What did you mean?
Take-Two Interactive.
Okay. Are they the ones that make the new metaverse that we're all going to go to?
They make Grand Theft Auto.
Okay. I like that because metaverse play. Everyone, when we don't have jobs, we're going to be in fucking, you'll have a girlfriend in Grand Theft Auto. It's really a 45-year-old man from Little Rock, Arkansas. But, they use a voice modulator and it's your girlfriend. All right. Yep. What else we got? Figma has been getting absolutely wrecked.
That feels like could be use. That feels like a short to me.
Yeah, you think so? You're gonna short it when it's down 86% from IPO?
Oh my god, maybe. Like, do they pivot to like the AI? I mean, I'm sure I know that they integrate a lot of AI tools into their thing, but at this point, like I have an agent on my open call that's like my designer, and it's like, here are your beautifully designed, like here's your beautifully designed website. And I don't know. I feel like
you still got ABCL. Yes, I'm still holding ABCL. I'm holding that either to 0 or I'm going to be very happy.
Unity. Isn't Unity the gaming graphics?
Mm-hmm.
Software development company, game engine. This one's pretty damn bad. Is gaming going to take a big hit with the way that AI can like generate worlds and stuff? I don't know. There's your DocuSign. Keep going down the list. I wish I knew more about some of these. I think like there may be money to be made going through this list and trying to do the same exercise, like with each company, identifying like yes, no, maybe. Is this company going to positively be affected by AI? Oh, here's one that came to mind that's also crypto adjacent. What about Circle? So like a payment layer for AI. This thing's down terribly from IPO. It's actually below IPO price now. Do you think Circle has legs here if AI starts transacting on chain in USDC? Number 2, stablecoin by market cap plays a big part in that.
I'll put it on my list.
USDC Circle. I'm now out of software companies. I would love some more suggestions if you're listening on X. Drop a comment. What do you think could be beneficial in terms of SaaS in a landscape that's becoming more and more AI dominated? Same thing on YouTube. Getting some good comments. Tristan mentioned Circle. Wirehead saying memory, optics, rare earth. So optics is interesting. Robotics, things for robotics could be interesting right now. The next wave of AI could be led by robotics. What does robotics companies by market cap look like? That is like Boston Dynamics. Is that like investable at this point? I'm not even sure. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with any of these to make a call. Although the only one on this list I even know is iRobot, because it's what my little Roomba downstairs is made of. Made by. Does all my cleaning for me. This one sounds pretty bad. I'll try to do a deep dive on this. Maybe we can talk about this more at length tomorrow or next week on what kind of equities would make sense. Bishop saying data storage and energy in the comments. A kicking bull saying, can Carvana go to 0? Take a look. And Marinique saying, take a look at any company that has or could have an open API that agents could connect to in order to transact. And yeah, I think that's like part of it is like not only which companies have an open API, but like which companies like lend themselves well to that. And I think if you're somebody who is getting familiar with these tools, Like you'll get to points where you're like, oh, I need to use XYZ to do this. And whenever you find one of those points, maybe that's a pretty investable company. Like I need to make this payment. Oh, I need to do something with QuickBooks. Like Intuit is interesting. So a couple thoughts there on the equity side. We talked about the AI16Z article, software crashing. Easy. What's going on with this DJT ticker and the Donald Trump token?
I think that's just a publicly traded company.
You think it's just the
I think they just added the publicly traded company to it.
This all stems back to Trump media talking about kicking off a digital token initiative on February 2nd, which would be 3 days ago. A token that would potentially have some sort of benefits or discounts tied to Trump media products, Truth Social, Truth Plus, Truth Predict, or opportunities to be selected to attend exclusive events. So it sounds like essentially a meme coin. Again, another Trump meme coin. Maybe this one owned more so by their team. But Easy pointed out that on Truth Social, the Truth Social official account added ticker DJT to their name. So something to watch out for. I could see that being an interesting launch in a time where things are down only and turbulent. Probably smarter than to launch into this current market, but we'll see.
That's what we need right now. Another Trump meme coin.
Kicks. How about our Moltbook buys yesterday?
What's it at now?
Like 13 mil.
Ouch.
Yeah, we just got hammered on that. Almost down 50% at this point. Sorry for being bullish there and talking you into that one. I'm in as well. As soon as I posted about it on X, just instant nuke, maybe 30% right out of the gates.
It's okay. I would have done dumb stuff with the money anyways. It could still turn around.
Yeah, I'm not selling it here.
It just needs a little upward pressure on the coins. You know, like it's hard for it to go up if it's paired to Solana and Solana's, or it's on base if it's paired to ETH and ETH's getting wrecked.
Yep. Another token that is doing well, as opposed to the one we bought yesterday, WhiteWhale up another 13% amidst bad markets. 120 mil. This thing bottomed at 40 mil not even 2 weeks ago. This is pretty wild. Seeing this run up again. I don't know why this is running. This is just what happens with supply control. But this one is pretty nuts. This one to highlight one of the few winners in a day when basically everything on my watch list is red that has any value. A couple other lower cap meme coins are up big, but nothing outstanding here. Yeah, but most things are down 20% plus. Burp got wrecked yesterday, almost back down to 200 mil. Pretty up and down for this one. I'm sure we're going to see more sell pressure once that event ends. Did you end up staking your Moonbird kicks?
Not yet.
You gotta tell your agent to remind you.
Yeah, I need to do that.
That's really funny. I'm looking at Discord. Someone shared in the Bodagas Discord that iRobot, the one I was just talking about, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in December. Following a failed acquisition by Amazon, high debt and intense competition. They're not being shut down, but they're being acquired by Chinese manufacturing partner Pisea Robotics. All right, so this is absolute bullshit because this means that my vacuum is going to stop working. Almost 100% guaranteed.
Your vacuum's going to start spying on you. It's going to start saying, Xi Jinping is your new leader.
Yeah, unreal. So now I have a Chinese spy in my house. Lovely. Good to know. Absolutely great news. Thank you for that. Connects in the Discord. way to make my day. I'm gonna have to throw that thing out now.
You got to think we got to be a little close to bottoming on this dump of crypto, right?
I mean, we're talking about trading robotic vacuum companies at this point, so who knows? I pointed out earlier.
ETH down to like 2K seems like a decent kind of short-term bottom at least.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
I mean, I pointed out earlier, Michael Burry essentially said like, "Hey, where we are right now on this dump is here." And if that's the case, we're going to 50K Bitcoin, and we're not bottoming until October. 200 days away from this Pico bottom before a turnaround.
Fun.
That would not be great, but he's been wrong plenty of times. But just one timeline I'm going to keep on my radar is October, and this line in the sand I have here of 49K Bitcoin. I think that's like the level of like, hey, if this chart ends up making its way to this, I'm just going to put my entire net worth into Bitcoin, and then we're just going to sail off into the sunset. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about today that is not everything going down? People losing jobs, AI taking jobs. Oh, did you see the new CyberKongz token, Punk Strategy clone?
Yeah, I did actually.
So this one, I'm not too sure how this is going to work out. CyberKongz posted a new token strategy. This is inspired by the TokenWorks Punk Strategy type tokens. So essentially what this is going to do, it has three different, or basically two different mechanisms to Punk Strategy that will hopefully achieve a third goal. So the two changes are they have dynamic target selection. So rather than predefined tokens, you have like a Punk Strategy, an Ape Strategy, etc. Every 3 days, the holders of this Death Strategy token can vote from a list of NFT collections. The highest voted project becomes the next target. This will create a rotating strategy that adapts to market interest. The second adaptation is the inverse relisting model. So the way Punk Strategy works currently is when enough fees accrue in the protocol, it can be called to buy a CryptoPunk and then list that CryptoPunk 20% higher so that the protocol makes money. And when it sells that NFT, the money goes to buy and burn the Punk Strategy token. This is flipping it around. So it's basically buying an NFT and then dumping it 20% below the floor. And then once that gets sold, that goes back into the protocol. So what they're saying here, their goal is listing NFTs at discount offers users an opportunity to trade, collect NFTs. 20% arbitrage creates an opportunity for individuals to trade or profit or get hold of NFTs at a discounted price for their collection. Accelerated capital flow with the dynamic selection process will offer a unique variation of classic strategy tokens. 10% tax, just like Punk Strategy. 9% goes back into the protocol. 1% goes to the developers. So this is going to launch. I don't know when this is going to launch. Did it launch already? I'm not sure. At launch, no, I don't think it launched yet. So this will be one to watch. I'm a little concerned. Like they're saying, like, hey, listing under the floor is going to give people an opportunity to buy. Like I'm almost 100% certain that it's going to basically, what's going to happen is bots are going to buy that and then just dump into bids. So like no real person is buying these discounted NFTs, and it's going to like drag price down. But who knows? Any thoughts on this token, Kicks? This mechanic, like changing things up a little bit? Is this something you look to experiment with, purchase, potentially look at, or all good here?
No, thanks.
Easy.
I don't really have a reason to ever buy this. Do you, Ray?
I don't know. I don't have a reason to buy many things. I just bought a Reddit named after a lobster AI agent overlord that I thought was going way up and it's went way down. So who the fuck knows at this point? This one, I think the name DEATHSTR is interesting. So like, are they like basically targeting NFT collections and trying to blow them up and like lower floor prices? Is that like what's happening here? I don't know. But at least trying to like surface the most relevant and recent innovations in the space. So this is one we'll be following for sure.
What about a Brazilian ETF? Is this
a Brazilian ETF?
Yeah, is Latin America the next great investment opportunity?
What does that even mean?
Is Latin America the next great investment opportunity?
like what, like just buying Latin America, like Latin American companies?
Yeah, there's an MSCI ETF for Brazil called EWZ.
EWZ. Okay, so this is up pretty substantially since last year, just up only and to the right. This is the iShares MSCI Brazil ETF. Now, what does that mean? I have no idea. Do you have anything else in this, Kix, or are you just looking at this like you saw someone say chart, look at this chart?
I remember, I think it was DC Investor said, he may have not specifically said Brazil, but he said that he was like investing in like emerging markets.
I think that AI unlocks like it provides an unlock for these emerging markets. I don't know if that's like what his thesis was, but like when anyone can pick up a cell phone and have a team of top engineers in their pocket, I think that it becomes agency rather than aptitude or knowledge or time or level of education or access to education that is important. So I think that anyone with agency in emerging countries is going to have outsized opportunity compared to previous generations. So
I like that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Someone asked what Sana guy was investing in. He told me, did you ever buy OCGN? I guess he told me to buy that. I never did.
I've got the top 3 holdings in that ETF right now. We have New Holdings Limited, which is just a holdings company of Latin American banking services. Vale, metals and mining company from Rio. We have Ital Unibanco Holding, another Brazilian banking holding company, real estate businesses, wholesaling business. Interesting. I mean, this chart for EWZ is pretty much up only since 2025.
Yeah, but if you like zoom out,
so back in the collapse 2008, it Pico topped at 100. We're sitting at 37 now. Not a bad chart.
Dollar weekends, maybe I don't know if that helps Brazil. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I probably put 5K into this. Probably would have been better to put money into this than to fucking Moltbook.
Yeah, I probably agree there. I kind of want to go further down the risk curve, though. I don't want to go just Latin America. I want to go like way down. I want to go to like wherever like I can find where an explosion of like technological growth is going to like really.
You don't like a 3x in 8 years.
No, I like that. I'd rather have like a 10x in 2 years, though.
I feel that. I just saw your what is happening with New York City snow removal. Me rotating into different altcoins that are all going to zero. That's hilarious.
Did you see that video? They look like they're drunk. Are they drunk doing this?
I mean, I think this is just, this is what the state of our government is right now.
If you're just
let's just spread out the snow.
If you're just listening, it's a backhoe picking up snow, dumping it on the road next to where it's picking it up and kind of just spreading it out. And I saw this morning. I was like, this is basically what I'm doing, trading Moltbook and buying these AI tokens. Watching my capital slowly melt away. Trader Fermi in the comments. He's just drifting, dumping snow, making it more slippery. Ray was talking about buying other deeds yesterday. Is way down the risk curve. I bought those bids hit, by the way. So I'm now the proud owner of 4 pieces of metaverse land, which, at a time like this, you got to fly to safe havens like metaverse land and Moltbook. Wolfie in the comments says, looks like they're having fun. And then Risk saying, that's not a backhoe, Ray. Learn your tractors.
You're a backhoe.
Yeah, you're a backhoe risk. Oh man. Anything else you guys want to chat about today?
No. It was more fun when everything's going up. May have
We'll
to
get back there.
may have to sell all my open and buy Brazilian ETFs. Make it all back in one trade.
Just don't tell PO. All right, everybody. Thank you all for listening on a day when markets are down. Hopefully, we kept you a little bit entertained. Hopefully, you had some fun. Hopefully, we provided some alpha somewhere in there. We'll be sure to find it and clip the parts where we're right. We do this podcast Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. You can catch us on YouTube and Zora as well. Watch what we're